What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're both here from Smushy Goldfish, and we'll be ranking your fish tanks. And we are doing the ones that have for YouTube commented on them. So if you want your tank rated, comment for YouTube on our TikTok. Our TikTok is at Smushy Goldfish. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe. Let's get right into our first one. So our first submission here is from Fixin Flow State for YouTube. Let's get a look at this tank. What are your opinions on this?
I think it's very interesting. It looks a little bit cloudy. I like this centerpiece over here. Lots of different types of plants, lots of little rocks. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely like this tank. I think yeah, it's definitely in the process of being cycled. As you can see, there's no fish in here currently, and it does look like it's maybe a 2.5 gallon rimless. So I don't really know what type of fish you would put in here. Maybe it's a shrimp or snail tank. I do like the look. I like how it's very balanced and a consistent theme throughout. You know, with like the snail shells everywhere. What is your overall rating on this?
I give it a 7.5.
7.5 out of 10. Thank you for your submission, Fix Info State. On to the next one. All right, our next tank is from Mia. We can see it's a maybe 2.5 to 5 gallon rimless beta tank. What are your opinions on this?
I think the tank is really interesting. I like what did she call it? The beta bulbs. It's a very interesting plant to put in a fish tank. And then I also like the hardscape in the background and this little plants in the front.
Yeah, I would say though that this carpeting plant here, it might be pearlweed, could use a little bit more time to grow in. But I think once this tank fully matures, it'll be beautiful. You got a really nice tank size for a beta, good heater, good filter. And it looks like there's plenty of hiding spots for this beta fish. So, what would you rate this overall?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Thank you for your submission. All right, this next one is from Fish Keeper Corey. What do you think about this?
I really like this tank. I like the tannins, I like the leaves with the bright green plants in the background. It looks really cool.
Yeah, very cool looking tank. And I do like the stocking here as well. I see we have, I think, a single ram and then a bunch of Harlequin rasboras, I believe. Good tank for schooling fish because there's, you know, a lot of hiding spots. And it looks like we just have like one sort of like aggressive-ish fish in here, which is nice. As there won't be much competition for territory. Looks great, honestly. I like the different types of wood. A little chaotic, but you know, it's very natural looking, and they do a good job of hiding their filter and heater. What would you give this overall?
8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10. On to the next one. All right, this next tank is also from Fishkeeper Corey again, and we can see it's a bit different, you know? First thing that stands out to me, at least, are the giant Amazon swords in the background, and there's a lot of them. What's your opinion on this?
I really like the Amazon swords. It makes it very bright and green, like little grasses over here, and lots of different types of fish.
Yeah, I would say though, maybe having so many angelfish in such a it's not a small tank necessarily, but you know, you could go maybe a little bigger, especially at the size there right now. But they do look nice and healthy. It doesn't look like there's much fin damage, so I think they should be fine. But yeah, there's a lot of wonderful places to hide. So you got mollies in here, or platies or mollies, and then also the Romunos tetras. Yeah, but overall, pretty crazy looking tank. I do like the diversity of plants. Looks very healthy and happy. What would you rank this overall?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. All right, here's our last one from Sky Fennec. So this tank looks like maybe 5 gallons. Very interesting setup. Not a lot of plants. I do see some good floaters in there. But yeah, what do you think of this?
I think it's very interesting. Kind of looks like he dumped a bunch of decorations. I like the cave and the skull over here. This might make it look a little more messy. So maybe if you just got rid of this and expanded the cave more here, it would look pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a interesting set of substrates. I see we have like the blue pebbles, normal pebbles, and then sand, which like could be nice, but I think it's just the blue is just so artificial looking. It kind of throws everything off. And I see we have like different features on this tank that don't really make a lot of sense. You know, there's like basically no plants, a lot of like random artificial decorations, like the skull and like the fake wood pots, and then a lot of shells, and then this weird pillar white thing down here. It looks like it's for like a tiny catfish or something. I doubt the tetras really use that. But overall, very interesting tank. I think it could use some more plants, just like some big plants. Stick them in the substrate. Very interesting assortment of tetras as well. But yeah, overall, what would you rate this tank?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Lots of room for improvement. But yeah, thank you for your submission, Sky Fennec. And I think that's going to be the last submission for today. So if you want your tank rated, make sure you comment for YouTube on our TikTok. Our TikTok is at Smushy Goldfish. Make sure to follow and subscribe and like the video for more.